Hey, hello, I'm Akko. 2024 has ended, but before I move on to 2025, I wanted to take a look back at the figures I got this year. So I made a top 5. I'm only including figures that were released in 2024, but that does include re-releases. Let's get started! Starting with number 5, which will be the only Nendoroid in this list. I bought quite a few Nendoroids this year, and it took a while for me to decide my favorite. It came down to these 3, Racing Miku 2024, Cinnamoroll Miku, and Nanami Chiaki from Danganronpa. They're all really well made and very cute, and I love them all. In the end, I had to nitpick a little to find my definitive favorite, but even then my opinion may change over time. Let me take you through my thought process. To start, Racing Miku 2024 version. She's great and they nailed the translation of her design in Nendoroid form, but she feels a little stiff and I kinda wish her outfit had some more color. From there, I determined that Cinnamoroll Miku is objectively the better Nendoroid. She's got a lot of accessories and she's super cute, but I still ended up choosing Nanami Chiaki as my favorite. The main reason is because I feel more attachment towards her. Nanami has been a favorite character of mine for over a decade now, while Miku's only been one for a few years. I do adore Miku as well, of course. Cinnamoroll, though, I don't really care about that fella. Chiaki is just so cute. I love her faceplates and her accessories, her little Game Boy or whatever it is. Having the hood up is so cute, so she's my favorite. Moving on to number 4. This one is a very recent addition that I wasn't even sure would arrive this year. It's the Gift Plus figure of Tingyun from Honkai Star Rail by Myethos. Gift Plus is Myethos' budget line similar to Pop-Up Parades. This is my first one, but I also have their Kafka one pre-ordered, though that one is on 1/8 scale while this one is 1/10. Because she's 1/10, she is pretty small, and while I love saving space, I do wish she was just a tad bigger. Still, I really love her. The details are amazing and I love the paintwork. Her face is perfectly mischievous and her tail is nice and fluffy. I'm glad she arrived in 2024 because she's absolutely one of my favorites. Next up, number 3 is the original Dawn and Piplup Artifacts J by Kotobukiya. This one was an easy pick. I missed her original release, and the price skyrocketed in the aftermarket. So last year I got the new Platinum version, and was mostly content. But then they announced a re-release of this one, so I got it as well. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are my favorite Pokemon games, and I love both of these Dawn outfits, so I'm really glad to have both. As always, the quality is great for the price. And even though she's a 1/8 scale, she's really not that small. Piplup is super cute as well, of course. I'm super happy to finally have this figure in my collection. Before I move on to the top 2, I would like to cover some honorable mentions. First off, there is of course the Racing Miku and Cinnamoroll Miku Nendoroids. But there's another 2 Nendoroids that arrived in 2024 that would have made the choice even more difficult had they released in 2024 as well. These are the Hollow Knight Nendoroids. They released in 2023, but they didn't arrive until early 2024 because they were shipped by boat. If you love Hollow Knight, I highly recommend these 2. Another figure I wanted to mention was this prize figure of Miku that released last March. I wish this was a higher quality figure because I love the concept. And I think for a prize figure she's pretty nice, but the quality just isn't enough to make the list. I got a few Pop-Up Parades as well this year, and all of them were pretty good. It was hard to pick a favorite. It's really a tie between Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners and Marcel from Dungeon Meshi. They're both great quality for the price and look exactly like the characters. I also have one dishonorable mention, though it's not like I dislike the figure or anything, but the experience of opening an unopened figure and finding it covered in a mysterious dirt of some kind was certainly unpleasant. She's all clean now, and at least I have a funny story to tell, but I'm not buying unopened price figures from Mercari again. Moving on, numbers 1 and 2 were another struggle. It was between the 1/7 scale of Yo Watanabe by Alter and the 1/7 scale of Wakamo Kosaka by Neomax. So let's take you through my thought process again. Yo is of course a character I love dearly, and I had pretty much given up on her ever getting more scale figures, especially one by Alter, so to get this one felt like a dream come true. Wakamo is from a game I can't play because it's not available in my country, but I adore her design, enough to make up for the lack of attachment to the character. I think character design wise, setting aside any attachments to the characters, Wakamo would win for me. Yo's outfit is cute, but isn't as appealing to me as Wakamo's design. Her mask, the ears and tail, the halo, the color scheme, they're all elements I love. But in the end, I realized Wakamo was not quite my favorite figure of 2024, so she's my number 2 pick. Neomax did a great job on this figure, but they're not Alter. And with that, we move on to number 1. You already know who it is, so let's get to it. The Yo Watanabe 1/7 scale by Alter. Because Alter is just that good. When I looked both Yo and Wakamo over in detail, I found that my favorite part of Wakamo was her face, and my favorite part of Yo was everything. She's perfect. The sculpt, the paint, the energy, her face, her pose. Whenever I get up close to her, the details astonish me, and looking at her face makes me want to smile with her. I don't know what possessed Alter to decide to make this figure when they had pretty much abandoned Aqua, but I can't thank them enough. She did kinda bin in the aftermarket. AmiAmi has like 5 or 6 of her pre-owned available right now for a great price. It stings a little, of course, but I would have regretted it more if I didn't pre-order her and she got really hard to get. And with that, we're at the end. It's been a lot of fun starting up this channel, and I'm excited to make more videos in this new year. For this video, I've been using a new PNG tuber model, as you may have noticed. I'm planning to make a little video to showcase it fully and explain the design later, so for now, this is just a little teaser. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time!